stuff, right? The reason why I recorded because even though I may meet with anxious for nothing again later in another group, sometimes the things that I say they just comes out different for each group. The reason why is because when I'm speaking not from myself. I allow myself to tap in so I can talk to individuals and get so people who I'm talking to. That's I like to see who I'm talking to, Deidre, so they can get what they got to get in the moment, right? But it was a time when I had been building the business and I spent a lot of time international. And as I'm doing like a lot of international work, that's what I was known for in TLC. That means in the States, I had people that was flowing. Nikki was flowing, people was flowing, but most of my business was international. So I was traveling international in TLC 2015, 16, 17. But I was doing some stuff here when I could in the States. And in 2019, we decided that we was going to, 2019, at the end of 2019, I decided I was going to focus in on everybody that I was working with in the States because I had focus. I was doing stuff in Kazakhstan, Tajikistan. I'm traveling all these different countries, and but the company couldn't sustain a lot because I was growing so fast in some of these companies that in some of these countries that it started being a problem for shipping, handling, all this other stuff. So leaders, I'll build it out, something happened, and it'll stop. I find somebody in another country, I build it out, something happens, and it'll stop. And I kept doing that, and but as I was doing it every year, I was still doing like a half a million. I mean, like 150 to $250,000 a year consistently every year because I was doing this stuff right here, Erica. And then in 2019, I said, you know what? I worked the last country. I went to Kazakhstan. Um, I was working Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Mongolia, all these places. I'm traveling, I'm doing all this work. Then at the last second, some things happened. It fell apart. And then once that happened, I'm like, yes, you know what? I'm going to focus in on the U.S. But this how I need you to understand how I know it was of God because when I focus on that was the first year I said I'm going to do everything in the U.S., no other places. And then by the time what I did in December, I did this what I'm doing with you guys right now. But we spent 3 days. What was it? 3 or 4 days, Nick? What
4.
was 4 days? I got together with a
Mhm.
group of people for 4 days because I'm a coach like in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like in real life. You know what I'm saying? I'm a coach in real life. So I spent 4 days working with a group, like it was about 12 of us, something like that. That people came together and I said, we got an Airbnb. And I spent 4 days on their mindset, but also strategy, but in a different way of how people normally do personal development. I coach ontologically. That means teaching a person to be present, teaching a person to be aware in the moment. Because everybody's a point of light, point of no, that point of attention. I'm saying everything that you see is a point of attention. Whatever you see, what you focus on, where you are in that moment. So I teach people to be present in the moment. So therefore, when we're present in the moment, we stop thinking about past. We don't worry about future stuff. We allow ourselves to be control how we thinking in the moment. But I do a series of songs and activities, all these different things that we was doing. So it took 4 days. Now after 4 days, everybody I was strip a lot of stuff away. Everybody was filled up. After the 4 days, of course, I spent one of those days where we was talking about just this TLC strategies. The rest of that was just getting everybody ready and getting everybody connected. That's why this call is important because it was getting everybody individually ready and getting everybody learning to connect together and feel a love of a group because it was a small group that had work. I didn't have nobody in the U.S. So it was only Nikki had her group, and she's the biggest group that I had. And but other than that, I didn't really have nobody in the U.S. that I was personally working with, other than Nikki and her personal group. And if I had other people I sponsored. So after we did that, guys, we came out there. We came out there with a plan that we was going to get busy, and we gave everybody a strategy. And by the time, and I showed everybody how my paycheck AB had went from where I was where I was qualifying as a global within a couple of months. Like it was like quick because once all my leaders left, all people started going. I went back down to like less than rising star numbers. So when I was like showing the rising star numbers at the date when I was with everybody, and by the time we left and we got busy with the plan, by January, I went back to executive, regional. By February, I was at national, global. And I'm saying, I mean, by national numbers. By March, I was at global numbers. But also, my income had went from where we was doing maybe about it was about $1,700, $700, something like that, to where by the time everything started really coming up, the biggest check that I had within 7 months, 6 months was about 50,000 for the week. All right. Now the thing is this. Now COVID kicked in, but this is the great thing. Before COVID kicked in, we was already in motion. Before it kicked in, we already was in motion. Things were already happening. We started having people requalifying for a director. So when everybody else would start, we got to go online. our group was already moving online and great things were happening. The reason why I had Nikki on her mic is because when I said you could do 6 figures in 6 months, Nikki was able to make that happen. I want you to share with them in your process how once we come together and everybody really focuses the way we focus, how that's possible. Because people and prior to that, had you done it, and then I want to know everything else after that.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Jason L. Scott the first. I always reflect back on that time as a reminder to self, okay? Because if if you guys think about it, if he was qualifying with rising star numbers, right, and I am directly connected or sponsored by him, just imagine what my numbers were qualifying at. Okay, absolutely nothing. Right, well, I'm not gonna say nothing, but I don't even think I was qualifying as director. And once we decided to come together, and everybody, like you said, it was a connection, it was a focus, it was an energy. When people first got to the event, I just remember, some people, because the way I had it, I had people who had absolutely no connection to each other, rooming together and sleeping in the same bed, and people were like, I don't sleep with nobody. I don't do this and I don't do that, right? And by the time the end of the event, it was like looking at a Barney episode. I love you, you love me.
Uh-huh.
Nobody wanted to leave, right? And just from that, we got back after the event. We got busy. Exactly, Sunshine. We got busy, and we looked up, and within a matter of like 30 days, really, within 30 days, that's when we started to see, growth in the organization. And it wasn't like, astronomical growth, but it was growth, right? I went from not qualifying at director to qualifying as director, which within just 30 days, right? Moving forward, the next 60 days, or 60 days, I had hit Rising Star, right? Hit Rising Star on a Monday, and then by that Thursday, I had hit executive director. Now, I hadn't qualified for anything other than, director from the beginning, right? So within a week, I went from director to Rising Star, right? Within the same Rising Star to executive director within 1 week, right? Moving forward, like you said, before COVID hit, we were already in motion. People were already excited. People were already building their business. So when COVID hit, I hate to say it, it was a terrible time for the world. But with us in business, it was like a cherry on top, right? Because that was the time that people really started focusing on their health. People were, now really looking into building a home based business. So within 6 months, it took me over 6 figures, right? So I went from barely qualifying as director to within 6 months earning, over 6 figures of income. And I know that it would have happened even if COVID hadn't happened, because we were already, like in motion. So, it was just the focus. It was the focus. It was the energy. It was the connection. It was the belief, right? The belief went to, I know, like it was no doubt in my mind. I didn't believe anymore. I knew that it was going to happen. So I just wanted to, just say that to you guys. Like, we are in that same space right now. Right now we are believing, but we got to go from belief to, listen, this is what I know. Like, I don't know anything else, but other than I'm about to win. So with that being said, I'm gonna turn the call back over to you, Mr. Scott.
Thank you so much, young lady. I appreciate that and stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, this is the deal, guys. There's no true way to test the heart of a man. You can only lead by example. All right, write that down. There's no true way to test the heart of a man. You can only lead by example. And our process that we're doing right now, I need everybody in this call to know that what we do together, what we're doing now, we're going to lead the rest of the organization. We're going to lead unity. We're going to lead, inside of Legacy 2.0. We're going to lead inside of your organization, AB. Everybody who here, you know what I'm saying? You guys got to know that our next space, you have to already know that you're going to be a leader in that space. And everybody else who's going to see the results, everybody who's going to see what's happening, everybody who's going to see that's what's going to get everybody that have people anxious for nothing. That's going to have everybody in this space for AB's group not to be anxious for nothing. Because I know right now when money is low, things look a certain type of way. We can be anxious, but we got to understand AB's group name is anxious for nothing, and that means it can't be. it can't be a word. It can't be. It got to be a. It got to be a vibe. It got to be a way of how you operate. Really, it got to be like every time something happens, you're like, yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. As soon as you recognize that something's dead to kill and destroy, yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna let it throw my all right. You know what I'm saying, Erica? Because that's what happens. As soon as you start saying I'm about to get it popping, something comes up, you're like, you know what? Every time I turn around. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be like, yeah, all right. All right, okay, okay. And that's all it is. When I work with people in their mindset, I'm like, you got to be like, all right, because everything that we people will say things happen for you, but and not to you. But the thing is this: when it's happening in the moment, you don't want to hear it's for me. It's all it is. You thinking about what's going on to me right now. It sounds good. It's happening for me, but nah, in the moment, it's challenging to focus in on what's going on because when it's happening in that moment, is how you choose to accept that. The battle between winning and losing is your attitude of mind. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do with what happens to you that makes the difference between winning and losing. A mentor told me that years ago when I first got started in this industry. He said the battle between winning and losing is your attitude of mind. It's not what happens to you. It's what you do with what happens to you that makes the difference between winning and losing. Everything that I do, it comes from that process. That's why when things happen, I just be like, all right, and I do my very now. Listen. Everybody can get sucker punched or a blow that can knock you to your one knee sometime. Even as great as I'm dope at this in real life, and if it happens to me, I know it can happen to anybody else. AB is dope at this. Nikki's dope at this. We've been doing this for so long. We know this stuff, front hand, backhand, but still, you can turn and something can still hit you, and it knocks your wind out and it puts you down to one knee. But like I said, the battle between winning and losing is your attitude of mind. It's not what happens to you, it's what you do, what happens to you that makes the difference between winning and losing. Now, the reason why I give all that stuff, guys, because today has to be a day of reckoning. Today has to be a day that we decide today, Pamela, that we're going to do what most people may seem is the impossible. But I've learned it a long time ago that nothing is impossible when I am possible. When I'm possible. When people go, it's impossible. No, I'm possible. Same word, different perspective. Same word, different perspective. I'm possible. I am possible. So today has to be a I am possible because perception believed is truth. It doesn't mean objectively is truth. It just means it's your truth or my truth. And if your perception belief is that you're not possible, that is not possible. If your belief is that, because how can two people see the same thing and have different results? Is most time it's their perception of the situation of their possibility. Some people in their mindset and their imagination, the child should believe that all things, could they hear the words AB, all things are possible for those who believe. People hear it, but it has to be something that we stand on. The reason why I give all this first because I can write down a strategy all day. But if you don't lock in with me right now in this moment, in this vibrational energy, you too will get off this call and be like, yeah, but is that really possible? When we giving you all, Nikki, she set the tone. She told you, if one man can, another man can. If it has been done before, with somebody else, it can be done for you. And I listen. I said the same thing. I said, I promise you guys, it's going to be in these next. I said in the next. This will be the next 90 days because we're doing a 90-day run. In 90 days, I was at global director. In 90 days, I had went from where I was at. I think I was just qualifying as a national prior to that, but I was a global director because in my mindset, I'm like, this is what we're gonna do because we put a plan in place. And if it was 90, maybe it might have been maybe in like the very next month. But in 90 days, like when Nikki was saying for 30 days she was coming out of the process. But remember, I had sponsored multiple people. So in 30 days, my numbers were jumping exponentially. In 30 days, I was working with several people at the same time while Nikki was working with herself and her group. And so as she was growing in the first 30 days, I was growing exponentially because I had several people on this call. It has to be the same thing today. I don't care what your numbers look like. I don't care if you got zero. Your first goal today, by the time we get off this call, write this down. If those of you who are not binary in your mindset, by 3 p.m., I'm getting binary qualified. Just write it down. Just don't think about it. Don't be like, yeah, well, it's been challenged. I don't care. Just say to yourself, I'm gonna get two new people. Just two new people. Because something happens. after every event that we go to. The reason why we tell people to get to an event is because events build belief. This call is an event. So you let yourself leave from this call filled up and believe that just be have the audacity to believe that you can get two people when we done. Reason why? Because there's people on this call who haven't gotten binary. So I gotta start there. And you gotta say to yourself, I'm gonna get two people. I know, right, Patricia? Right. Let me tell you guys, right from the event that we just had. I think Patricia, how many people have you sponsored so far since we left the event? Was it one, two? How many people you sponsored so far since we left the event in Atlanta? Patricia, I don't know if she can unmute her mic.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Mr. Scott.
Okay.
I sponsored a couple and also a lady that I met on TikTok yesterday, didn't know her from Adam.
All right, thank you for that right there.
So
Now
three.
three people. Now I'm saying you guys because that was just since the other day. Now she hadn't been sponsoring a bunch of people like that all the time. You got me? You found here, there. She's been talking to a lot of people. But what's the difference between one person we all go to the same event? But what it is sight. Sight distorts your vision. Sight has happened to other people who went to the event, and their sight was like, this happening, life is going on, and it's challenging. And I get it, and it could throw your energy off. But Patricia, she was like, nah, Mr. Scott, because again, we never know. At any given time, we all can say, this it. This is done. At any given time. Because Gandhi said, when you're fighting for a just cause, the right people tend to pop up, materialize. Your cause is just, Deidre. Your cause is just, AB. Your cause is just, Erica. Natasha, your cause is just. Our cause is just. You know what I'm saying? Alton, bruh, your cause is just. And when your cause is just, the right people will pop up and materialize. That's why when Patricia's her cause is just, she knows that this business can help people. She knows that she can lead people. This is the thing. You got to know that you can help the people, those who need the help, and you got to know that you can lead them. Write that down. I know I can lead them. You don't have to know everything. As long as you have access to leadership, you have everything that you need to know. You know what? I'm like a comic book nerd, Star Trek. I'm in a nerdy dude like all my life, right? Since I was a kid. So I used to watch Star Trek. My understanding of this didn't come from nothing else except watching Star Trek and watching the captain being in a ship, and when there was a crisis going on, he's meet me in in the ready room like we right now. Everybody's in the ready room. Then he's like suggestions. That means he's the damn captain. He's not saying, listen, this is what I think we're gonna do. He's like suggestions, and people are like, I think we should do this. I think we should do this right here. He's like, you know what? I like that right there. Make it so. And so it wasn't that he had the. I mean, he understood that he has all the resources to make the right decisions. As long as you have access to the resources, that's the people. Because God delivers two things: concepts and resources. Write that down. One concept, TSA is an amazing concept. Two are the resources. That's us, the people who can help people, who can help them navigate in these concepts. We got these leaders that we're working with that can help us. I know when I don't know something, I know if somebody say, ask me a question, hold on a second. That's a great question. Let me get back to you. Hey, Twyla, I need to know this right here. Hey, John, hey, Daryl, what's the answer to this right here? What do you know of this right here? As long as I have access, or I may log on and find the information myself. That means once I have access, I know I got all the answers. And then once you know it, something happens. That's what I told you. I teach being ontological, right? Coaching is like being present. That means knowing one of self. You got to know. And once you know, people feel they can be attracted. People just want to know that they're going to work with somebody who's not going to take their money, get them started in something. They're going to lose money because they didn't tried a bunch of things in the past before. They just want to know that you're going to do what you say you're going to do. Which is why I always tell people, you give me 1% of your trust, I'll gain the other 99%. But that 1% got to be all out. You got to trust. You got to. When I say 1%, that means don't go. Yeah, I'll see. No, yeah, okay, I'll trust you. You got to give me that. Then after that, my work ethic, my consistency, everything that I do will show you that I am who I say I am. And then after that, guys, that's when magic starts to happen. So today, because I need you to understand that confidence comes from accomplishments. Confidence, write that down, comes from accomplishments. When people accomplish something, they gain more confidence. Listen, it works in all aspects. It's like you can put on a pair of jeans and you're like, okay, I think I look okay. I look okay with it. But the first person to go, oh my God, you be like, you look good. You be like, Now all of a sudden you're confident. Now everything. This is my favorite pair of jeans. Now you got 6 of the damn same jeans because you got one compliment from that one accomplishment that you did. Now in your mindset or your whole wardrobe is a bodysuit. You got me? But the thing is this, it just took the confidence that you had from somebody that you accomplished something. But it works in all areas. Exactly right. Now you strutting. Let me strut my stuff. And it's a real thing. So I say that to you guys to know that today I need you to build your confidence. So that when we get off this phone call, when I say get two people. That's the thing. Two people. I want you to get binary qualified all over again. Find two new people to work with today. Let me see, it's 11 o'clock. But just say to yourself by 3 o'clock, I'm gonna get two people. And what's gonna help you do that is your follow-ups. Because some of the people that you got that you already have exposed are going to be people that's going to help you move your numbers today. We got to move the needle. Write this down. Network marketing is a lot of people doing a little bit. It's a lot of people doing a little bit. Let me explain. Let me help you guys understand. Let me see something here. Right. Let me see something here. Okay. All right. Let's say for instance, let me get it light up a little bit here. All right. So let me explain. Like right now we got 20 people on the call, right? So let's say we got 20 people. And some of you guys got 5 people, some got 6 people. Some of you guys who with AB's group, anxious. Well, let me say, for anxious for nothing. You guys had. I said to you, I said welcome, and I sent you a text, and I said this is your instructions. I said I need you to. I want to see where your business stands at this snapshot right now. Log into your back office, or if you know it, let me know how many people you have on your left and your right. And I just sent the picture to everybody, and this all is because this is going to be part of why I was doing this. All right, let me see something here. See who I sent it to. Let me see. Anxious, where you guys at? All right. Okay, right here. I said Erica. I said I want to know who's on your left and your right. So Erica, she wrote it out. Who's on her left? How many people on the left? How many people on the right? I said, let me see who else sent it to me. That was from Anxious. Because I was working with all you guys yesterday, and I said, Pauletta. I said, what I did was I sent this picture. I said, I need you to write this out and show me like this who you have on your left and who you have on your right. And I sent it to everybody, Ariel, everybody, right, Ariel? I told everybody, I said, make sure you guys send it to me, and they wrote it out. That's so I can see. And someone was like, well, I don't have 2 people yet. I was like, great. We start we start today. That's why I said this call starting off was for that person who said they don't got 2. So today, just say yes. Just say yes. Just say, all right, I'm gonna get 2. Yeah, listen. Who right now said they're gonna get 2 people? Who gonna get 2 people today? Like about just do me a favor. Do it like this. Go, yeah, I'm gonna get 2. Just do it like, yeah, I'm gonna get 2. Say that to yourself right now. Say, yeah, I'm gonna get 2 people. Like know it and say it to, yeah, I'm gonna get 2 people. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna get 2. Because what happens is somebody say 2, and the first thing you start going in, well, I ain't even get 1 yet. Well, I've been in 6 months, and who are you talking about? This ain't that call. I just said, be like, yeah, I'm gonna get 2. Something happened. That's what you know. How, you know why Trisha got 3. Write this down because we don't go to the numbers. We go through the numbers. It ain't no. Let me get 1 and I'm done. Let me get 2 and I'm through. Nah. That's just the very beginning. All right. So we gonna go to the numbers. We go through the numbers. So of course she got 3. You know why? Because that's it. Why? Because yeah, all right. I'm gonna get 3. All right. And in that process of being okay in the moment, okay with what's happening right now, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that 3. I'm gonna get. Matter of fact, let me get 4 or 5 more. I can't explain it other than this conversation I had with like Nikki's my direct. So as I'm talking to her all the time, and I'm like, you know what, Nick? I said, I'm gonna put 100 brand new people in the business myself. I said, I said, because something happens, guys, for everybody. When you first, and AB, you recognize this. For some reason, when we first join, our energy state, we like to say we're, how we say that, AB, ignorance on fire. We say ignorance on fire. That means you don't know nothing. What you don't know, you don't know. So you go out in the world, what this hope and belief that as soon as somebody wrote it out and said, you need 2, you be like, I'm gonna get 2. And people just sponsor 2. 5, 10. The first week you can sponsor all these people. Then after that, for some reason, 6 months later, it takes you 3 or 4 months to find one. Because there's something in that, right? That first energy that you're stating in, you can do, you know why? Because in your mindset, all things are possible. Because you know why? Because you believe. So this call today, Leah, is a call of belief. Once we believe that we're going to do it, we say, yeah, all right, I'm going to get two. Now, the other thing is this. I need you guys to say to yourself that you're going to get two customers. If you got, I'm going to get two customers. Because even if a person says, nah, I'm not open right now, say, listen, great, I need your help. I'm qualifying today for something. I need your help today. Today is that day. If you don't want to join the business, I still need your help. I need you to purchase a product for me. And matter of fact, I need you to purchase 1 to 2 products for me today. The way I need you to do that is this. I'm going to send you my Cash App. And I need you to send me, because what I'm doing, I'm going to personally order it for you and I'm going to send it to you. But I need you to place my cat. This order is going to be this much right here for the tea. I don't care if you want, I would love for you to use it. But if you want to use it, give it away to somebody for Groundhog Day, Valentine's Day, give it to somebody. I don't care. Just, I need your support today. Today is that day. The reason why is this. Let's say if you did that here. Let's say you calculate it. Let's say it's 20 of us on this call. All right. Let's say you got 20 people times. If everybody just did two customers, that's 80 points. That's 1,600 points. If you got 20 people in your group that just did two that way, that had the volume sent to them, the reason why you want them to send it to them, lady, is so that you can place the volume in the binary in your beneath your person. Like today, a lady we talked this morning, right? A lady, I woke up, a lady calls me every day, texts me several times, just like a lady texts me in the morning, and like Nikki does, like clockwork in the morning every day, and like clockwork every day. I hear from Patricia every day like clockwork, but every day she's gonna leave me a message, a voice note around 11:30, 12 o'clock, and like clockwork. It's just what it is. She go, this is what I did today. This is what I got going on. It's for her personal accountability. It's just what it is. That's why she do it. I didn't say, hey, you better. She just do it for her personal accountability. So a lady hit me up this morning, and she was like, hey, I got to place an order. You're saying, should I place it for myself? I said, no, find the person that's in your binary and place an order under them so that you can hold on to that volume. Hold on so you can stack that volume. What that looks like this. All right, let me see. Because I know I'm in the car, but you guys will get it. All right. When I had you guys do this yesterday, in fact, let me see if I can see this so I can see myself here. So I can see what you guys are seeing. Okay, you might be able to see it. Let me see. Let me see if it's this light. Okay, it's this light. Let me throw it off here. Because I'm gonna actually let me see here. Let me see here. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find a good spot where you guys, it's just so much damn light outside. Let me just here. Okay, here we go. I had to put this down. All right. Some of you guys are looking like this, all right? Matter of fact, I'm bugging. Give me a second. I'm wilding right now. I'm wilding. Hold a second. What I'm doing? I'm wilding. Give me a second here. Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room? To Cal, coming from the Charlotte now. If you need a killer B on the MIC with the SSWW to the VV. I'm saying, now this is the deal, guys. Right here, right? Right here. If this is you, all right? Can you guys see that? Can you guys see that whiteboard?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I can't see y'all because my whiteboard is up front. All right, matter of fact, let me move this so I can move the screen real quick. Give me a second. Let me see if I can move this thing out the way so I can have more space. All right, give me a second here. Whiteboard. Let me see if I can. Now, just so you guys know, inside your Zoom, you see a whiteboard. You guys see that, right? You'll see it in the bottom of your Zoom. You can actually do this for yourself. You're talking with your persons, training with some people. I like to be live. I like to be standing up doing it and stuff, man. But you can still do it here. All right. So right here, see something here. All right. All right. So this is you. Let me see. Let me get one of you guys' things here so I help you guys understand something. I'm gonna show you in real time. So what I share with you with this is how I want you to do with yourself today. First of all, if you haven't gotten your two, your job today is to get your person on your left and your person on your right so you can get binary qualified because you deserve that. You deserve that today to be blessed today. You deserve it today. And when you call and follow back with some people, say, hey, I'm giving you a quick call. Don't even say I'm following back up. So I'm giving you a quick call. I'm giving you a call today. I'm saying because I know we had a conversation already. You said that you was open. You said it's going to give you have some thoughts that you want to have. But today is the day I want to help you make a decision for these thoughts. I know what questions do you have about the project that you looked at that you talked about. Well, I got this project. I got this. I'm not sure about this right here. Listen, well, great. Listen, this is what I want to do. I want to introduce you to one of my senior business partners. I told them about you, and they said they want to meet with you. I'm gonna get them on a phone call with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I told them about you, and they want to have a chance to meet with you to see if we can help answer some questions for you. If they say, well, no, 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 I'm not. I said, no, listen. I'm new. Write this down. I'm in training. I'm new and I'm in training. I need you to let me make this happen because I got to learn how to make this happen. Hold 1 second. I'm gonna get them on the phone line. Don't let them tell you. Don't say, can I do a three-way? Nah, this ain't the day for. Hey, is it okay if I? Now, I was wondering if something about how when you call a person this time with your energy up, your energy on 10, people listen to hear it differently. You know how I know? You guys saw like one of the people I sponsored was a guy named Elite Pierre, and I sponsored Elite in the business. He's somebody who I used to do events with back in the days. You know, I've been working with him for a while. When he was in the TLC before, he wasn't in my personal organization. He wasn't in my team. But he was somebody who, like back then when I was in TLC, I used to work with anybody and everybody. Anybody who needed help, like I'm working with you guys right now, I would help anybody. The reason why, because I learned a long time ago that when I bless other people, God would be a blessing to me. So I just learned to just do it. I would just do it all the time, sow into other people. Because I stopped trying to be in a place where I wanted to sacrifice, because I felt that every time I sacrificed, when something didn't happen or go my way, I'll get mad about the sacrifice. Man, I sacrifice everything for you. Now at the moment, I'll be like, I sacrifice for my kids. I sacrifice. But soon my kids doing jackass stuff, I'm like, man, I sacrifice everything. So I just sow. And once I sow, Deidre, it comes back the way it comes back. So I used to do events like this. An event. He said this to me when he first joined. He said, you remember this, Mr. Scott? This is an event. Like again, he wasn't on my team. He wasn't somebody I was that was personally sponsored to me. I just wanted to help somebody in another marketplace. It was like 3 hours from where I lived at. It was April 23rd, way back. I don't know if it was 2016 or something like that. Probably around that time right there. and and when I first got involved in this company, I was like, hey, I said, hey, Pierre. I said, Elite. And I was trying to get him on one of the calls. As I called him, I said, and he didn't answer. So I left a quick voice note. No, matter of fact, when I did call, no, yeah, I had to leave a voice note. He didn't answer. So he called me back. I'm like, yo, I said, yo, bro. I said, this is what we're doing. We launched and we're coming back. I said, I want to work with you. He's like, okay, yeah. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to call you back at this time. Then he never called me back. Then he stopped answering all calls. Every time I call him and text him, now I'm still doing everything else. We didn't put people in. I didn't went director, hitting him up. He responded. I went exactly. If he not responding, I kept doing it. Where you at? He not responding back. So what I did was this. In case you guys don't notice, a lot of times I'll put videos inside of the chat group, videos that I make, like on TikTok. I'll do them on TikTok. I'll do a video of different events, a bunch of pictures with songs to it, and then I just whatever. But what I did was I sent him the video of the event of all the stuff. And I'm like, I said, where you was at? I said, you supposed to been here. Where you at? And as soon as he saw the video, for some reason at that moment, Deidre, it made he was like, you call me right now. Now, the reason why I give that to you, because some of you guys have been talking to people for like the last month, 30 days, 2 weeks, and they wasn't ready. But when I sent that, I also was leaving from the event. So since my energy was hyped up from the event, by the time I'm in this energy state from the event with the expectancy that I'm going to sponsor some new people, which I did. I sponsored about 10 new people. But my expectancy was like, I'm going to sponsor some new people. Let the shits fall where they may, but I was like, let me send him this video. I didn't call him and send another text. I'm like, hey, what's up? I said, just send the video. Where you at? You supposed to been here. And I let the energy from that vibration, let the energy from the event. And he was like, yo, I'm ready. So that's only reason I tell you the stories for some of you have done the same thing. You talked to somebody a month ago, 3 weeks ago, you're thinking that maybe it's not gonna be time. They just told me, but you never know what somebody's going through, when they're going through it, and what moment they're ready to say yes. So today, in your mindset, today is the day they're gonna say yes. You guys with me? Am I making sense? If you got it, guys, you got it? You with me? Am I making sense? I need she's head shaking and nodding or something. Yvette, a lady, Deidre, she's head some heads, Pamela, nodding, some heads nodding. Great, good stuff. Okay, great. I want to see some daggone heads over here. All right, good stuff. So now that you understand that, now that you get that process, everything else is going to be for you to say, let me get this whiteboard back up. Gotta see, make sure my internet holds up in here because I'm on my phone. Give me 1 second here, guys. I'm using it, my phone internet. Give me a second here. Sure. Okay, let me see. Okay, great. Here we go. We're back here. All right. So that was your first thing to make sure that today you say, okay, let me get my two, my left and my right. Now, everybody else, I want you to also say to yourself, I'm going to get these customers. Now, when you call these people, if they don't want to be in the business, you want to be a customer. But if you're calling for customers, like right now, it's going to be the same way. I need your help. I launched this campaign, whatever the campaign, whatever you want to say, and I'm open to call up. If you guys want to, we can come together with one campaign that we can say for today, because so that way when you say it, it's believability and you're standing on it. And all it is that when you tell people, I got to do this today, and we're launching this campaign, you know what I'm saying, and you can actually let them know what the campaign is, and you need somebody to buy a product, a two product to qualify you for that right there, or so that you can do this right here, and we'll get them to do it. Now, the other thing about the customers, that's one thing we're gonna do the campaign. Other thing is this, you have people who are customers already. All right. What I would do a lot of times is the customers that I already have, some of them have been using the products for maybe 30 days, right? Maybe 20 days. Some of you guys got people that you let them buy some product, they try product 20. That means they're almost out. Because they're almost out, you can call people back, whether they're almost out or out, and say, hey, listen, how'd you like the taste of that product? How did it make you feel? What's the results you've been having? They're going to tell you what it is. So listen, I know you're almost out of the product, but today I'm actually going to do a bulk order. Write that down. I'm doing a bulk order today. All right. And so I'm gonna need you, and I want to actually get you some more of the product today. And you know what I'm saying, I want to get some more product for you in advance. But if you do the product or you do it with me today, I'm gonna ship you like a free gift. Like, and that could be like a sample of coffee, something you haven't tried before. I'm gonna ship you a couple of free samples. But today I need you to purchase the product again, but send me the cash app so I can put it in a bulk order. And because so I can put in a bulk order. So the reason why you want that, because let's say if 20 people, if in your group, again, it's the individual, but it's also 20 something people on this call. If 20 people did that one bulk order, you call people, and let's say you got three customers that said yes, three, at least you yourself got three. That's like 120 points. 120 points. If three people say yes, I'll send you that. So that means you got enough that you can actually do 120 points times 20 people on the call. That's rising star numbers, 2,400 in volume points. That means some of you guys can go over directed with that. Some of you guys may already have your business set up to where, like I showed you earlier, you got two people on the left, one person on the right. Some of you guys already have customers that you can go back to, Erica. And with your customers, if they do that and they send you the volume, some of you guys already have volume in your life. That's why I said when I get stable, I'll be meeting you guys. I'll be calling you personally, Erica, to meet you on. It'll be quick, but I like to meet, see where everybody's at. I promise you, I'm gonna map things out. So throughout this day, today's gonna be a heavy lifting day. I'm gonna get back to the house, do everything I gotta do, make sure she's good over there. But I promise you, I'm gonna be like, hit me up, get on Zoom. Let me try to see where you guys at, because I'm gonna be moving the needle every step of the way today. All right. So that's gonna be the goal. But I want you guys to see, because I need you guys. Matter of fact, I need this. I need you guys in this organization and your mindset, like this organization right now. All of you guys believe that the impossible is possible. Just believe it, and believe that even though you haven't qualified for director, you may have not qualified for rising star. You may have qualified for executive director. Write it down on the paper. If you're going to just say, I'm director today, rising star today, executive day. I don't care. Nikki told you how the numbers jumped in a week. Matter of fact, there's a call a couple of days ago when Watt was on the call, and she was saying that one of the young ladies in her group, she lost her job, and since she lost her job, she started putting people into the business and making things happen. Before you know it, she qualified for director. And why she when she qualified for director, she was like, she got the text to keep going. She's like, well, she told me to keep going, so I kept going. So she ended up getting a good paycheck for about 800 and something dollars. But a person who said that they hit director and they was gonna stop, she said she got the text to keep going. She hit rising star in that same day. It wasn't 2 or 3 days later. It wasn't even expect. It was only because she said do it. What if we say it? Now, I always say just go for it. Just go for it. Just choose to go for it and make it happen. And let's see where the chips fall in that process after that. But today, it has to be where your strategy is going to be. But by 3 o'clock, I'm gonna see you at by 3 o'clock. I'm gonna see you at by 5 o'clock. All right. Then by the time I should be back home and stable, it should be around by 5 something. I should be available. So I'll be kind of hit you guys, whoever I can hit on Zoom and strategize and see where you at to kind of see keep some things going. But I need you to set your first goal for 3 o'clock. That means we don't wait until the last second. We don't wait to see what happens and get it done now. Just get it done by 3 o'clock. That's like 3 hours. 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on my side is like 3 hours from now. 3 o'clock for you guys, if you're in Central Time, could be 4 hours from now. But just say to yourself, you're gonna get it done by 3 o'clock. And then go to it's an exercise. Listen, I don't want you to focus on the outcome. I want you to focus on your purpose. Write that down. Don't focus on the outcome. Focus on your purpose. If you know your purpose is if what you want for your family, what you see for yourself, the rank you want, if that's your purpose, focus on that. Don't focus on the outcome, because the outcome would be somebody say no. Oh man, don't focus on that. I don't care what the outcome is. The outcome is going to be what it's going to be. Those who say yes, they're going to say yes, because you're going to have an expectancy. They're going to say yes. If somebody say no, don't let it shake your belief, because you're standing on your purpose. And once you stand on your purpose today and you say, I'm gonna get my 2, I'm gonna get my 3, I see where I am. I see where I am in my binary. I see that I have, give me 1 second here, and I'm almost done with you guys. I see what I have in my binary, and I see here, give me 1 second here, exactly existing. Let me see. I don't know if you guys can, no, you can't see this yet. Let me stop this thing real quick. Okay, here we go. Let me see. And that's why I like to be at the daggone house with my daggone whiteboard. So I could just write out what I got to write out real quick, man, and just pull this thing up without having to try to figure this thing out. Let me see something here. Okay, here we go. Use. All right. So by the time you guys get your people here, you may have your business may look like this. If this person, if now again, once we get the volume, what we're going to do is we're going to have let's say whoever's at the very bottom, when you get the volume, you're not going to place it through yourself, because if you place it through yourself, it's going to only go upline to your sponsor. You're not going to see any assets from it. We're going to find who's at the very bottom. And I recommend this. Every time you get somebody brand new in your organization, you log on with them on Zoom, and you say, let's go through your back office. You say, what's your login and password? And you log in with them and you save it. The reason why you save it is because the next time you get with them, you have direct access to it without you having to say, what's your login and password again? Let me get it. You have it to log in. They may remind you of the username. You can go in. But also, let's say if we're on closeout right now, AB, and we're trying to close out, we need to get these volume points in, and somebody didn't shut down. They didn't went to sleep for the night. We're trying to place this volume so everybody can benefit from it. If you got their back office, you can put that volume in here. Can you guys see that little thing moving right here? You can put the volume here, and what'll happen is when that 1,000, let's say if it's 1,000 in volume, if it's 1,000 in volume here, everybody here will get that same 1,000. Everybody here will get that same 1,000. Everybody here will get that same 1,000. But we place the volume together. So if we're doing individual volume, it may seem like it's 120, 120, 120, but by the time you get here, it's 1,000 volume points. So it goes up to everybody up in this space. So when I say I'm gonna meet with you guys individually right now, just get the money, get the volume, so when I meet you individually, we can see where the best place to place it, whether we're gonna place it here, whether we're going to place it someplace else because of where somebody's at. But I need the activity. It's 2 things, activity and productivity. Everything I told you guys, what I've been texting you into the group, all right? When I've been texting you playfish is activity and productivity. Playfish is activity because all the things that we do in activity in playfish, let me go here real quick for it. And we're going to be done in a moment here. I'm going to open the mic up in a second, but I just want to be done with this first call. Let me shift on here. Give me one. because I like to make sure you guys see it. Now, I've been telling you guys to use Playfish. Playfish is activity and productivity. Now, in the activity mode of it, how many phone calls phone calls is activity. You know what I'm saying? When you I had getting leads or sampling people, that's activity. Setting appointments is activity. Calling people and following up is activity. But now when the product sales coming from people joining and buying the products, that's productivity. We get paid for productivity. We get the money comes from productivity. We build towards the money in activity mode. We're building towards the volume. That's what I said in your calendar is your money. The more activity you got in your calendar, that's why 30 and 5 is activity. The productivity that comes from that is I think it's we always say how many people are gonna get on the call. That's why we don't just say do the numbers, but now you do the numbers with the intention that I'm going to get whatever amount of people you say you're gonna get on the call that day for the presentation. All right, for appointments, I'm gonna do my appointments is I got this many people lined up for my appointment at 8 o'clock on the presentation. And now you have a number, you know that in this space, the more people that you have, right? And I tell it this way, I always say 20, 10, 5, 1,000. All right, 20-10-5-1,000. Every 20 people who confirm to you they're gonna be on the call, 10 people are lying. Them jokers ain't gonna show. They out the gate. So out the gate. So long see once you know the numbers, you can grow the numbers. People may lie, but numbers don't lie. Once you understand the numbers of it, you be like, all right. So therefore, knowing what your level of expectancy for something will help you have a commitment to continuity. See, a commitment to continuity produces emotional stability. When everybody has a commitment to this continuity, to keeping the energy straight, that's why I teach systems so everybody can have a continuity. That everybody knows what to do, they know what they know, and everybody somebody else can get on the call, do the same training, we know the same stuff. A commitment to that continuity, but the commitment to continuity produces the most. When I got a commitment, I'm gonna get 20 confirmed because half or less than half gonna show up because these the numbers is 20, 10, 5, 1,000, but it works this way based off of a person's level of influence, right? You may only get 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 based on your level of influence. You gotta have a higher level of influence. You may get 9, 10, 11, or 12, 13 people, 14 that may show up based off of your level of influence. Out of the people who show up, you get about 5 people that are buy or join the business. That's what that is. So that's what the 5 is. Buy, write that down. It's buy or join. That means you have 5 people that either join you in business or they may buy a product from you. Which ultimately, no matter what, is going to help you generate 1,000 in business volume. Because if you get 5 people that join, and by the time I'm out here working, I get 200 volume points because I sold a couple of product packs or sold some product 2, 4, 6, 8, 1. 5 people getting 200 points is 1,000 in volume points. So if you got 5 people that you sponsor into the business, you help each of them get at least 200 points. That's easy, AB. 100 points. Binary qualified, 100 points on one side, 100 points on the other side. That's 200 points. You see the simplicity in that? Does that make sense? AB, you got any comments, questions, any concern, any statements you want to be able to share what we talked about so far?
It's all good. I love tap. I needed this part, like even though but remembering certain things, like I'm excited to get back on my whiteboard as well. I will say this. I'm sitting here tapping into, I'm like, this is nothing with what has to happen, right? Because what came to mind was when I went diamond in Organo Gold.
Mm-hmm.
On October 31st, 2009, diamond was 200,000 in volume for the month. When I woke up that morning, I was at $167,000. By the time we finished at $211,000. We did $44,000 in volume in one day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting up here thinking like, bro, do you know what you have done? Do you know that this is nothing? And just tapping, I'm like, okay, so I'm literally like, I'm listening to you, I'm writing it down, I'm visualizing stuff, I'm seeing myself like punching through like this brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's been like this time and breaking whatever it's been, like real talk. Like I'm hearing you, right? That you just bringing so much back, Jason. I'm just so grateful for this because you never know what you need sometimes until you get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like the reminder of that. And it's like, okay, all right. We know what to do. Like we know what we haven't done. Like when you were holding each other accountable, and I was telling you about my calendar, and I
Right.
was like, I know what my calendar needs to look like, but it's not there. But just having the ability to get back into that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm transferring that energy today. It is a lot in my phone. I've set up, reset up my personal Zoom, so just getting back into what I know how to do, and then also staying humble and saying that I'm always a student. I didn't come back into this like, okay, yeah, I did all of that. So I can like, no, it's different. I'm having to, get my wheels oiled again and things, work back up again. But I'm just grateful, that you reached out for this type of teamwork and, we can have this transparency and, don't look no kind. It's like everybody needs to get what they need. Cause like all I've been saying is that I want to be connected to people who are so strong that you don't know who the leader is.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? To where everybody qualifies. And it's like, this is the first time ever that I feel like I'm going to have elevation with people. That
Right.
it's not just going to be me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to pull out these other folks along. It's like, no, we can do this together, friend. So I'm here for it. I did the calculations, Jason. I was like, wait, 211 minus 167. And I was like, we did $44,000 in a day. Are
Uh-huh.
you kidding me?
So so
And
so when
that
we
was
so
hard
when we say
too.
five, you're like, yeah, it's only 5,000. That's only five. That's what I said. It's only five. Yes, I
And,
can do
and the
five.
thing was too is that it wasn't everybody in the organization, but I did have a core group of
Mhm.
people that were doing their part. And when I tell you, I felt like I was pregnant. I was in labor the whole day. I was with Ada and I was like, I need to breathe. I need some water. Let me put my legs up. Like, okay, whew, I can't go over here. And it's like, okay, it's coming. We crowning. Okay, it's almost here. And then, like, when it hit at the end of the night, I just passed out on the floor. And we did $11,000 more than what we needed to do. So, yeah, I'm here for it,
That's
Jay.
good
Thank
stuff.
you.
And that's because we don't go to the numbers, we go through the numbers.
Period.
That's it. Just don't because what happens is people tend to you guys seen videos of where people was running a race and when they got closer to the finish line, they started slowing down and somebody passed them. Somebody blew past them and they lost. That's what I said. Now we ain't going to the tape and slow. Now we're not slowing. We're gonna run. But I saw a video of a little young girl. She ran past the finish line and she kept going. Her dad was like, "It's over. It's over." She wasn't. She still was running. So she did. Hey, baby, it's over. Because she wasn't going to the numbers. She was going through. You know what I'm saying? She just kept on going. And that's how I want you guys to think about today. Now, this is the last thing that is important. There's two ways of exerting one's strength. One is pushing and one is pulling. Write that down. It's two ways of exerting one's strength. One is pushing and one is pulling. We reach back and we pull other people up. But when we reach back to pull you up, you got to have your hand extended and don't be dead weight. Because if you're dead weight, we're gonna have to let you go because you're gonna tear our arms out the socket. And we got other lives we got to save. So we can't. So that means when we're reaching back to pull you up, you gotta be stretching, pulling, kicking your feet, grabbing up to pull yourself up as well. But also we push others up. And we still pushing others up, take the focus off of you and where you are in the moment. That means today is whoever your sponsor or your leadership team is. If AB is your leadership team, and today's date, when we finish this call, where you at? What we need to do? This is my part. This is my goal. This is what I'm gonna do. AB. This is what I'm gonna do to elevate you today because I want you to take the focus of yourself. You're gonna by working with others in your organization. Don't think about where you're gonna be at. Let me help these other people here get to apprentice. Come on up, apprentice. Come on up, director. Come on up. But in the process of doing that, you pulled up two apprentices. Now you done pushed up a director volume. You done pulled up two directors. You done pushed up 2,000 volume. You know what I'm saying? So I need you to don't focus on yourself. Focus because I find that people can be the most. I'm a New Yorker. We can be the most honorarious, nastiest, like in other countries, other places as well. But as soon as there's an emergency thing happening, something I haven't seen it. I've seen it. People be nasty. You saying hey, they be like, don't talk to me. Just look at my get out of my face. But as soon as there's an accident, everybody gravitates to it. You know why? Because they ain't focused on their own selves no more. Now they in. Let me. That's why in snowstorms you always see New Yorkers. We come together when it's a travesty. a tragedy, we come together. People are because they're taking the focus off themselves and helping other people. So today's your goal, your task is not focusing on self. You're going to get your goals done. You're helping other people get what they want. You get yours in the process. But I want you to be thinking so much on sewing into moving Nikki up, moving Sharon up. Whoever's if your sponsors on this call, I want you to focus on moving them up by reaching back and working with the ones that you have and helping them pull them up. And then by the time you heard what you said, by the time when it's all done, at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock, we all like, ah, Lord Jesus, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Later on tonight, we'll be in that mode of that right there. But right now, guys, we got work to do. Nikki Alexandria, any last things you want to be able to share, young lady, before we're done?
Well, Mr. Scott, you took the words right out of my mouth. I promise you, I was going to say, if you help enough people get what they want, you'll get what you want. But also, I wanted you guys to think about when people first hit, their new level of leadership, right? When people are hitting new ranks, and we bring them on the call, and they're able to speak about what it is that they did in order to hit their new rank. You notice how almost everyone will say, I was helping this person do XYZ. I was helping this person hit apprentice. I was helping this person hit, director. And then I looked up and I was executive. I looked up and I was rising star. I looked up and I was this, right? It's all because, as Mr. Scott just said, the focus wasn't on them hitting their rank. The focus was on other people hitting theirs. So we have to go in today and think about how we can serve, right? How we can serve all the people who trusted us to say yes to this business. All the people who said, yes, I want to partner with you. How can we serve them to help them reach their goals, right? So that's all I wanted to say. I'm excited about today. I'm excited about close out because guess what? I'm going to get them people. Today, I'm going to get them people. Okay, period. And I'll turn the call back over to you, Mr. Scott.
No doubt, young lady, and I appreciate you for sharing that right there, guys. And again, like I said, and she hit everything on the head, man. That's the space we're in right now. That's why I said these calls are important, because one thing that we do, and AB and Nikki, we all feel the same way. If Nikki introduces, she always introduces the organization as I'm one of the, because I don't always want to say, well, he's the leader of, because people say he's the leader of. I want to be, so people can't tell who the leader is. Everybody is so dope, so immaculate, so amazing that they don't know. It's just how it works. That's why she'll say he's one of the founding members of, because that's how I operate. It's not about me, it's about we. When we come together, when we rise, when we put these things in place, when we change lives together, what we can do together as a we. That's why our organization is Unity. Unity stands for you and I together. Yes. That's why when AB's organization is anxious for nothing, that's because you recognize that most people, their anxiety will stop them. Worry will stop them. Worry causes fear, and fear becomes crippling. So you gotta overcome the fear. Fear is the most difficult thing to overcome because we've been hardwired to remember fear best. We've been hardwired to remember fear. Even as a kid, you could be a kid and a loud noise. You could be a baby, a loud noise, boom. You, that something about that fear. We've been hardwired. I burnt myself with the iron when I was a kid, and to this day, the iron could be in the damn closet, and I'm like this, AB. Before I grab it,
Yeah.
listen. It could be in the closet for 9 days, and I'm still like, because all it took was that one time that all this was blistered up as a kid, because I was a kid, like, grab my mom, like, don't touch that. I'm like, and since that time, I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you hardwired to remember. I don't remember a lot of stuff, but I remember things that made me fearful. And so because we're hardwired to remember fear best, you got to understand this as in the call, hope is the only thing that's stronger than fear. Hope is the only thing that's stronger than fear. And when people have hope, hope will get them to stand up and take a chance. Hope will get them to say, we'll give it a shot. Hope will get them to believe enough to make a step. And once you believe enough to make a step and you accomplish that goal, confidence comes from accomplishments. The last thing I want you to understand is your job is today to instill confidence into the chat groups. Let people, oh my God, this is amazing. But and as you start getting a sale, post it in the group. You get one person sponsored, post it in the group. You got some positive affirmations of things that was happening to your people as people giving you some positive, post it into the group. Now the group I'm talking about our personal groups. You got me? You know what I'm saying? Anxious for nothing, unity, post it in the groups because our job is to inspire other people through your movement. Because like AB said, it don't take everybody. It takes a core group to start the fire. Once this core group here starts it, everybody else, when they start seeing somebody else, oh, congratulations, Erica Apprentice. I want to go Apprentice next. It happens all the time. Congratulations, Erica Director. I promise you, people be like this. Coach JB, I want to go next. Coach Nikki, I want to. People do it all the time, but that's why it starts here. We do it here so we can show and prove. We study to show ourselves approved, and out there we just let the people know so they can be inspired. And once they're inspired, now you have sown into others what we're sowing into you right now. This call right now, I'm sowing into you. And that's so into you, your results and what you do. You want to make us proud. Don't get in a call. Go, Mr. Scott, great call. Yeah, super excited. No. Your productivity today will show me that you respect this call today. Your productivity, things you do, that's how I receive your respect today and your productivity of your success today. All right, that's how I receive your that's how I want it today. I want your success today. All right, that's what I want today. All right, guys, listen, go get busy, go make it happen. We got work to do. Hit in the chat group when you get your 2, and you're not through. Get your 2, post it one bit at a time. Move the organization today, guys. I see each and every one of you guys tonight at the end of the work. Some of you guys are going to be executive director. If that's you, claim it right now. Some of you guys are going to be a rising star. If that's you, claim it right now. Some of you guys are going to be a director. If that's you, claim it right now. We're not going to say anything less than that because nobody in this call is less than that right there. So let's go to work. Let's make it happen. I love each and every one of you guys. I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys. Good day. Bye now.
Thank you. Bye.
Everybody.
Thanks, Jay.
Thank
Let's
you.
go. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Yes, bye now.